Hello, this is Mr. Stansbury. I'm going to take you through the notes on measuring the center of data. At the end of this, you should be able to say, I can find the mean, median, and mode of a data set. Okay, so let's talk about what each one of those are. Three statistics used to measure the center of a data set are mean, the average of the data set; median, it's the middle value of an ordered set. And median officially is the n plus 1 divided by 2, that data value. Basically, it's the middle number. And if you happen to have an even amount of numbers, it's the average of the two middle numbers. And then mode is the most frequently occurring value in the data set. Okay. Now, if a data set has two values that occur most often, then it's called bimodal. If the data set has three or more values that occur most, then the mode is not an appropriate measure of center to use, and there is therefore no mode if it's got three or more. Okay, so let's do this. Let's take a look at a data set here, and we're going to find the mean, median, and mode. So mean is simply adding these all up and dividing by the total number of numbers, right? So let's do that. I'm going to actually show you a couple different ways, but we're going to do this just the regular old way, how you would figure to do it on the calculator. So we're just going to add those all up. Okay, so I put them all into the calculator because it takes a little bit of time. Push enter, and there's 104. It adds up to 114. There are 19 numbers, so we divide that by 19, and we magically get 6. So the mean would just be 6, adding them all up, dividing by the total number of numbers. Median, what you want to do for median is you need to order all of these in a row from smallest to greatest. So we would have to do, like, say 0, and then we'd have to do, we've got 1, 2, 3 2s, so 0, 2, 2, 2, and we have to keep going all the way up until we get all of those all done. Let's do that really quick. Okay, so here they all are lined up, and then to find the median, it's the middle number. So if there's 19, that means we've got 9 on each side, and then the 10th number is going to be the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This right here is going to be our median, also 6. And then mode is simply going to be the one that happens most often. So it is kind of nice to order everything, arrange everything like this, because then it's pretty quick and easy to see that we have 4 sevens. So 7 would be the mode. Okay, so that's how you do it all kind of by hand in the normal way. We can also find the mean and the median on the scientific calculator as well. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So to do that, we're going to push data. And there's a chance that there could already be some data in your list. If so, you want to push data again, and we're going to clear all of our data. I'm going to go all the way down here to number 4, which is clear all. Push enter, and all my data is now gone. And now I'm literally just going to enter in each one of these pieces of data, followed by the enter key, and then it's going to actually calculate the mean and the median for us. So for example, we'll start with 7, enter, 12, enter, and I'll do that for all these. Okay, so I put them all in here, and it says it's waiting for the 20th piece of data, which is good because I know that there's 19 pieces of data in here. So, and I double checked to make sure I got them all right, and I do. So then now what we want to do to come up with our mean and our median, we're simply going to push second and data, which is going to give us the statistics on this. So second data, which gives us stats, and it's going to ask 1 variable stats or 2 variable stats. Everything we've done so far, and we're going to do for a while, is just going to be 1 variable stats, meaning that there's only one thing that you're measuring. So in this case here, it's just the number of goals scored. So that's just 1 variable stats. We push enter. The data is in list 1, which we just put in here. So that is correct. And then the frequency, in a little bit, in a couple of sections, we're going to have frequency tables. And so when that comes up, this will change as well. But for now, we keep frequency at 1. And then we're going to do calculate. And then it's going to give us a bunch of information. So first thing is n. That means there's 19 total things that we entered. X with the bar over the top is the mean. So there's our mean, 6. Oops. So we've got that. So check on that. And then we're going to scroll down here That's going to show us a bunch of other stuff. In the future here, we're going to learn about this one. This is the standard deviation, but we're not there yet. So we keep scrolling down, and if you'll notice, it gives us minimum quartile 1, which is coming up also in a bit, and then median. Median here is also 6. Okay, and then again, the mode, you just have to go through and find which one shows up the most. Okay, but that is how you can do this also using the scientific calculator. Okay. Okay, one more example, but first, let's take a look at a little funny video clip here. Okay, example 2. The mean and the median of a set of 9 measurements are both 12. Both the mean and the median are both 12. If 7 of the measurements are these here, find the other 2 measurements. So let's do this. Let's just kind of line these up with a little bit of space in between so we can add some numbers in, and away we go. 7, 9, 11, 13, 14, 17, 19. Okay, so here's kind of a key here. There's 9 measurements, so there's an odd number of measurements. So we know there's going to be an actual middle number. It's not going to be the average of 2 numbers. It's going to be an actual middle number, and they tell us that that middle number has to be 12. So if there's 9, that means there's going to be 4 above and 4 below, right? So 12 we know has to be in there, so 12 has to fit in right here. Okay, so then there's 1, 2, 3, 4 above, and there's 1, 2, 3. There's going to be another number that's going to be less than 12 that's going to fit in here to make the last number. Okay, probably the easiest way to do that is to simply add up all of these numbers here. So we will add those all up, and that will give us some value here. And then we add another number, which we don't know, is x. And then if we divide that number by 9 total measurements, it should equal 12, because that's our mean. Okay, so adding all those numbers up ends up giving us 102. Okay, so what I would suggest doing is we have a fraction over here. If we put 12 over 1, we now have another fraction over there. We can simply cross multiply and set them equal to each other, right? So 9 times 12 is 108, is going to equal 1 times 102 plus x. So subtract 102 from both sides, and we get that x is not 106, but x is 6. Okay, so then our other number is going to be 6 and 12. Okay, all right, that's all there is for measuring the center of data. If you have any further questions, please feel free to ask in class. Thanks.